Hey guys, welcome to What If Deku Was an Elemental Dragon Slayer, episode 2. Before we get started, if you haven't seen the first few parts, go and watch them first. Now, without any delay, Deku has been training for about 5 months and he is able to go toe to toe with All Might without any abilities. So when he does use them, he's able to beat All Might with ease. When it comes to Deku and Nezu's, they've become best friends, talking about tactics for fights. And just so you know, Deku is smarter than the female dog mouse thing by a long shot. Deku is also not allowed to walk around the school freely without anyone telling him to get off campus. He's even able to get past all the security systems. When he isn't training with All Might and Nezu, he spends his free time in the support course class, making and inventing new pieces of gear that can help him in the future and in the entrance exam. Just so you know, Deku is not going to take the entrance exam as an examinee, but as the final object in the exam, or for the examinees. Time skip to the day before the entrance exam. Deku is called into Nezu's office. Deku then asks, "Why am I here?" Nezu replied by saying that one of the fax machines isn't running properly, and will take about a week to fix, and the exam is tomorrow. So you'll be taking the exam, but it doesn't matter if you pass or not, since I'm allowing you to do this. When Mike says the final obstacles are coming, please evacuate. I want you to transform into your dragon form and start attacking them. But I also want you to go in there with a nervous and caring personality and gain their trust. And call yourself something different. If you do this, I will reward you with a hero license. And after hearing this, Deku's eyes lit up, and then Deku said, "I'll do it." Time skip to the day of the final the entrance exam. Deku was walking and pretending to be nervous about the entrance exam. He then thought to himself, "I should fall over to give him the idea that I'm not that confident, or I'm not getting in." Suddenly, Deku trips and was falling to the floor as he braced for impact. He then noticed that he wasn't falling, and that a girl was touching his back, making him stop falling and ignore gravity in general. She then said, "I'm sorry that I had to use my quirk to save you, but it would be a bad omen if you fell on such a special day." While she said this, she blushed a little. Deku then replied by saying, "Thanks, and we better go, because the exams are going to start soon. I'm Natsu Dragoneel." Was Deku's fake name. Deku then smiled a bit, and then the girl's face went a bit red, or bright red. The girl then said, "I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Chaka Uraraka." I still struggle to pronounce her name. Then the two ran in and sat down. When the female present Mike walked in the room and shouted loudly, and then the first exam was a theory exam. Everyone groaned except Deku. Deku then asked Mike what the passing grade was. When he said this, he noticed every girl in the whole room faced to see him, so he gave a smile. And then every girl in the room just blushed. Mike then said that the passing grade was 45%. He then started to hand out the exam, and she then said, "Begin." And Deku just wrote down all the answers at sonic speeds. He then put his hand up, and Mike asked him if there was a problem. Deku said there was no problem, I'm just finished. Everyone was shocked at the fact that he had finished the exam in a matter of seconds. When Mike took his paper, she looked shocked at what he had done. He had gotten every question right and even corrected the exam paper, because some of the questions didn't make sense. Deku then asked what he had gotten on the test. Mike then gulped and said, 115%. Every girl in the room was shocked. He then asked if he can go and get ready for the practical exam. And then Mike then said, go get changed for the physical. Just so you know, Deku didn't take the bus to get to the thing because he has motion sickness due to the downside of his quirk. Okay, after about an hour later, everyone arrived at Deku. He then said, "Took you long enough. I've been here for about an hour." But no one listened to him because they were just looking at his 12-pack that he got from training with All Might. He was wondering what they were looking and staring at. He then asked, "What are you staring at? Do I have something on my face?" The girls just kept staring at him. He started to walk to the gates and he said, "You girls better get ready, because I won't hold back." Mike then shouted at the top of her lungs, "Just go." When Deku heard this, he was already gone to the other side of the city and fighting robots. After a few seconds, Deku had over 1,000 points, which was 4 times the amount of points All Might got when she took the entrance exam. So Deku went around the city and helped the other contestants get points. He helped a girl who shot lasers from her stomach, but it gave her stomach pains. He then walked over to another girl who could create explosions from her palms. He would then hold the robots while she blasted them. But then he then realized who it was. It was Bakugo Katsumi. He then said to Bakugo, "Hey Bakugo, long time no see." She then replied with a shocked face, and then she said, "Deku, where have you been for the past 10 months?" Deku replied by saying, "Just training." Bakugo just said, "Listen, Deku. Your mother died. She committed suicide because she couldn't take the fact that you were missing." Deku then said that he really didn't care anymore. "I have a new family. They took better care of Deku than she ever did." Yeah, he was a bit sad, but he didn't really faze him. When Deku then said to Katsumi, "Oh, no. When I said that I was training at UA. The principal gave the option to gain a recommendation, so I took it. And after today, I will have my hero license. You might want to get back into the main area. It's almost over." Bakugo nodded, and ran back to the entrance. Time skip to when Mike released the robots. When the 0 point is released, Deku just walked. Everyone was running to get out. Then, a few 3 point robots exploded, and rubble was blasted everywhere, landing on a few participants. Everyone was running, and it didn't attempt to help the others that were trapped. This made Deku furious, and said to all the girls, "Stop running, and look around you. This is what the real world is like. Not just rainbows and unicorns, but death and betrayal, and hurt. You failed to notice that one of your examinees was the final obstacle." When Deku said this, every girl was shocked, as Deku was growing and changing into his dragon form. Then he roared at the girls, and used his Sky Dragon Roar. He ended Sky Dragon Roar, and breathed fire and lightning, and then ice as well. After this, 200 students were hurt by Deku alone, so Recovery Girl would have a work cut out for her. Deku then said to the rest of the people, if they didn't show potential, you won't last long. I can promise you that now. Time skip to the first day of school, when Deku woke up at 5:30 in the morning. He did all his normal stuff, like shower, clean teeth and wash his face, and breakfast. And he walked to the classroom And lucky for him, he had a sleeping bag with him, so he can sleep while waiting for everyone else. When Deku arrived at the classroom, he was obviously the first one there, since it was 6:30 in the morning. Most people were just waking up. So he climbed in his sleeping bag and used his Sky Dragon Slayer magic, or quirk, to manipulate the air around him, to make it so he can sleep in the air. After a few hours later, someone walked in, thinking that she was the first person in there. Deku then said, "Welcome to Class 1A." The girl looked around, but saw nothing. Deku then said, "Up here." The girl looked shocked to see a caterpillar on the ceiling. She then screamed and fell on the floor. When she screamed, Deku slowly flew down and got out of his sleeping bag. Said, "Hi, Momo. Long time no see." Momo then looked very shocked to see Izuku. She then asked where he had been for the past year. Deku replied by saying, "I've been out here." Nezu came to the police station and offered me a position in 1A. Time skipped to when everyone arrives in the room. A voice was heard saying, "If you're here to socialize, you can leave. I'm Shota Aizawa," she said as she got out of the sleeping bag. And it was just a tired woman. She looked like she was either on drugs or hadn't slept in about a month. She then said, holding up a sports uniform, and said, "Put these on and meet me outside in 5 minutes. And Midoriya, you're going to have to go in the girls' locker room changing room. Now, I will send the girls in about a minute, so I suggest you leave." Deku then ran out of the classroom at sonic speeds and into the girls' changing room and picked a locker and got changed in about 30 seconds. Then he ran out to meet with Aizawa to say, "I'm done. But do I need the upper body, of the upper part of my suit? It's really itchy. Also, do I need to have the test? I've been here nearly a year, and I saw you watching me train with All Might. I even beat her a few times when I used my abilities, even without them." Aizawa replied by saying, "You can get rid of the shirt, but you don't need to do the exam. Just take notes on their quirk, okay?" Okay, guys, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. There will be another video out sometime this week. This is me signing out.